Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. So, at the end of... let me just change that, that's better. At the end of the last session, we were slowly building the 64K storage, and I let it run, and the power ran out, and it stopped working. And so I let it run a bit more, and the power ran out, and it stopped working. And I just had to do that several times in order for things to start working again properly. However, whilst I was doing that, because I was getting sort of bored waiting, I also built a couple of other things. We've got up here a crafting monitor. And we've got up here a disk manipulator. Now, what the crafting monitor does is it will show you the pieces that are crafting and whether... basically, if any machine gets stuck, you'll know because the crafting monitor will stop. That's basically the idea. The disk manipulator, I think, is going to let us transfer everything that are onto these disks onto our new 64K storage cell. So let's find that, because we have got it. Here it is, the storage part. And if you remember rightly, that's not the only thing that we need. We also need. In fact, I'm gonna put that back in there. And what we're going to need, and we're looking at different sorts of storage that we could use. But if I bring up refined storage over here, where are we? We have got a 64K storage disk. Okay. This is the recipe we want to use. We're going to transfer it to the grid. We've got the storage housing. I made a storage housing. We've got the storage part, and so that we can actually pick up that 64K storage disk. Right-click on here, and right-click on that, and you can see suddenly we're only 7% full, and that is a massive, massive relief. But what I want to do, and let's take all of that out of there, is to put this into here. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. What I think we do is we put that in there, and that in there. I don't know what's meant to happen there. Is there a go button? No, of course there isn't. Okay, maybe we can't do that. Never mind. I might have jumped the gun a bit there. Alright, we're going to put our 64K storage back. And you can see it's already starting to fill up with stuff. So if we just look at what's in here. Other than the craftable items, we've got a bit of tin ore and a bit of aluminium. So put all of this in there. So we've actually got some stuff in there. Still 7% full, but it means that we can start going on the next big thing, which is our build. Now, what I wanted to do was to build a big house somewhere. That's the dream, and we can't do it straight away. We can't just jump into it and go, right, now we're doing this, because it's not going to work. We need something else. We need something different. We need some resources. That's the big problem. What we can do, though, is we can actually go and put our resource miner on, if we want. We will start collecting resources in there as well. But it does mean that we're doubling the amount of stuff that's going in here, and we're still not processing it yet. So that's the big thing. Do we start to work on processing, or do we start to work on the building? I prefer to work on the building because processing can come later. The processing thing I think we should put inside the building when that eventually happens. But we don't. The other great thing about this is we don't need to have our building here. I don't know where there's a cobblestone slab there. We don't need to have our building here. We can have it anywhere, really. This is just our current resources. We can fly up here. So what I thought we'd do is let's choose a location where we're going to place. I don't want to be too close to the village. I do like this kind of spit of land as well. But I think we're going to have to go inland a bit and get rid of some of these trees. Well, that's all right, because we do have the iron hatchet. Which we can come down here with. And actually, being an iron hatchet, it probably means that we should upgrade that. Now, if we have a look at this, what have we got on here? What are the materials we got on here? we've got bronze here, we've got bronze and iron on here, and flint. What are our modifiers? We've got diamond and emerald, I think we put on, didn't we? And here's Arasok, who doesn't know that I'm... it's disappeared now. Okay. Oh, look, we've got an ender pearl come up. Oh, I lost the ender pearl by throwing it away. Ah, what a shame. Throwing it into a wall, which gave me bad health as well. So let's... not eaten recently. At some point we need to sort our food out, but we're doing all right now, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, okay, so let's upgrade this. We want diamonds and emerald, and basically that means that we're going to expand the capacity of this. The capacity is the wrong word. Never mind. Okay, we're going to put diamond and an emerald on there as well. I don't know how many modifiers that we've got on... How do I do this? There we go. On this one, 3 modifiers remaining. Mining level's already diamond, but the mining levels on these are obsidian, so I mean, it might make a difference. Might make a bit of a difference on the attack as well. Dense magnetic, so let's see what we can do with this on the table. There we go. There we go. What have we got now? We've got increase in durability, increase in mine level, attack speed, and all of that. That's what we wanted. The durability basically is the important thing. And let's go and knock some trees into oblivion. Oh, I don't want to do it with a rubber tree. I want to keep the rubber tree. Because we might need the rubber, but no, I think we're going to have to... Hang on a minute. Is this? Am I doing this the right way? This is a hatchet, right? Iron hatchet. I'm using the wrong thing. No wonder it's not working very well. That's like a normal axe, the hatchet. And I thought I had. What tool is it? The lumber axe. I thought I had a lumber axe. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Just in case I've put it... No, not in there. Oh, well, we're going to have to make a lumber axe then. It's not a problem. We can do it. So we need one of those plates. We need big bindings. We need a head. So the head's going to be iron because it was always iron. And then the plate, bronze, if we've got enough bronze. Brass. Molten bronze. We've got 8 nuggets of it. No, we haven't got enough. Okay, well, let's get... I was sure we'd done this before. There it is. Iron bronze lumber axe. We have got one. Fantastic. Right, that'll make things a bit easier. Now, we've got a rubber tree sapling there. That's going to be useful. We've got this birchwood, and birchwood's quite a nice look to it. look. It's a white wood. So I think we're going to possibly use that. I don't quite know what we're going to do for all of this yet. My initial feeling is that we should do something, because I know you guys wanted a rustic feel to it. I'm not quite sure how we achieve rusticness. I was looking at on Project Minecraft, which is there's got loads of people have submitted things saying, look, you can use these things, and I found a really lovely, and I do mean lovely, rustic house build, and it's a proper rustic house as well, from a guy called Pooh something. Pooh as in Winnie the, not Pooh as in, rubbish. Let's say it's not rubbish. It's good stuff. But having that now, you might want to know what I'm doing here. To be honest, I don't know myself. Really what I'm doing here is I'm first of all collecting wood, which is pretty important. I do love the way that this will do the whole tree at a time. It's so easy, and it means that we're not wasting too much time. Just moving from one tree to another. So yeah, what my sort of internal debate was whether or not a rustic house is a medieval one. Does that count as rustic? I tell you what, I'm going to ask the guys in chat. Hi. Video. Question for both. Is a medieval house also a rustic one? Let's see what those guys say, because Dan knows the internet. He knows Minecraft better than most, as being a mod creator. And Arisok's been playing for a long time as well. It's two really good Minecrafters there. They know their stuff. And look at how quickly we've been able to sort of remove a lot of this landscape. So we're really making sure that we've got enough space for what we want to do here. I'm going to keep going on this for a bit because, I can. And then I'm going to cross the water, I think. You could make it rustic, this is what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, you could do a nice sort of rustic house feel with a kind of Motte and Bailey look to it. But I mean, it's largely wood, isn't it? Which we'll be using. But we've got a load of this birch. Rustic just means rural or plain and simple. Yes, but does it just have wood or... So that's, again, this is what my thinking is. Does it just mean wood or wooden cobble or, medieval farmhouse is rustic, but townhouse is not. Brilliant. So I've set the parameters there then with the help of some friends. We know what we're doing, roughly, rustically. Okay, now I must have, because I've cut down quite a few trees here, I must have collected enough stuff to get going with in terms of resources. Just make sure I get all these saplings and things. I'm toying with the idea of, should we build something that just auto-generates wood? You know, a little wood farm of some description. Because I like the idea of a wood farm. And I'm well aware that this is sort of slowly going. I like this little island thing, but I don't know that it's going to be... Oh, here's an idea! Here is an idea. What about if the island was part of the build? So you had really big eucalyptus stuff here, but this is... If I remember rightly, it looks rubbish. But so what I'm thinking is a massive, massive island. Because we're not far away from everything here. What does eucalyptus wood look like? Pink. It is the pink one. That's what I was thinking of. I don't want it looking pink. As much as I'm an enlightened 21st century guy and everything, it doesn't really feel it doesn't really fit the idea of rustic that I had in my head. So right, we're coming to the end of the day. So what we're going to do? What's happening here? This eucalyptus stuff is because it was lots of things. Right, let's look at all this. If I leave here now, even though it's night time and everything, if I leave here now, I'll lose all of this stuff, so I want to be a bit careful. Okay, so we will flatten all of this. This is quite exciting. We're going to do a lot of there's a creeper over there. I've got a lot of creatures by my base. And they're all... Jesus, that creeper can run. Right, I'm safe. I know how to do safe. Okay, but we have done lots of cool stuff here. We've got lots of that stuff, which I haven't got any for anymore. We've got like 3 spiders outside. This is just, it's not fair. It's like they saw us coming or something. Right, we haven't got anything there, so I'm going to put all the wood that we've got in here. That's going to make sense. And now we need a sleep. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. And now I need to sort out... Okay, let's just... Right, okay. See how this is doing. So it was 7%, still 7%. That's good. That's fine. Right, and this is why I built a thing in the first place. Oh god, how can I get rid of him? I mean, the good thing is I want to go and get a different sort of wood today, so what I could do... Ah, shit. Is just jump over here, ignore them all. They'll go away, right? Maybe they won't. Now, spruce. Spruce is, I think, my favourite sort of wood in this game. I like oak, but the sort of the darkness and stuff that you get with spruce is a really nice kind of offset. So maybe what we'll do... Maybe what we'll do is we'll grab a load of spruce. There's iron down there as well. Should I risk it? No, I won't. I won't. There's a dog down there. If I had a bone, I would collect him and take him home, and he could guard my place whilst others were away. I am, of course, destroying his natural habitat, which isn't very nice of me. How are we doing? We've got nearly 2 stacks already. This is good. We're going to need far, far more if we're going to build a house with this stuff. I mean, 2 stacks is nothing when it comes to sort of house building and things. But what we are picking up is saplings as well. Oh, I've got some maple wood here as well. That's interesting. Never used that before, but we've got some maple syrup. Oh, wonderful! Maple wood makes maple syrup. That's something to remember. Hello, little wolf. Beehive there. Beehive. Oh, beehive. Wood down here. What's this? Wax block. I don't need that. As far as I know. How are we doing with this? Nearly there. Nearly enough. Maybe a bit more. That'll do, look. Now I don't know, look, there's spiders down there, so obviously there's... I don't know what's gone away and what hasn't. We need to kill the spiders. And I'm going to go down here and collect all this stuff as course. Right, well that was easier said than done. Okay, so I've got some wood. It's enough wood to be going on with. We've got some saplings and things. We've got oak and spruce. And more spruce and things. So we could think about a tree farm. That's kind of where we are right now. And we're looking at kind of locations and things. And what I'm thinking that we'll do, if we come over here, if we take this out, there, we're going to have a set of buildings here, look. That we can, we want to pick all of this stuff up, obviously. whether we need it or not. Perfect. So we've got a little island, and we're going to have part of... Let's not leave anything lying around. We're going to have part of this little island is going to be an outbuilding, and then we're going to go all the way over to the mainland, which is going to be over here, and all of this will be at this level. So we'll need to build some of this up, which is easy enough to do. And then that'll be a proper house there. And then look out onto the gardens and onto the void miners and everything else like that. That looks like a good idea, a great way of building a house. Now we're going to back out onto here, so we'll have a little place for a boat. I learned how to do a little place for a boat the other day, and it looks fantastic. So we'll try that. And it's dawning on me that this island isn't in a good proportion to this. So if you make an outhouse here, we're going to have a bridge going over this way, and maybe a little mini house here, and then a bridge going up to the main house. Or maybe the main house is on stilts. Perhaps we do a stilted house. Stilted house. It'll still be rustic, but it'll be on stilts. Anyway, that is for next time. Until then, thank you very much for coming along. I'm going to sort out all of this food, and I will see you on the next edition of Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. Now, if you've liked what you've seen, please click on that little like button thing that you've got. If you're new here, then please click on subscribe. We love having you here. We love hearing your comments if you want to leave a comment. And don't forget, we stream 7 o'clock British time on Mondays and Tuesdays. On Mondays we're doing something, on Tuesdays we're doing Minecraft. Until next time, folks, hope you have a really great time in your week, really great days and weeks and months. And I'm rambling again. I can't stop myself. Please, God, stop. Anyway, just,